Hey guys, I welcome you all in today's lesson. So today we are going to discuss a very interesting, I must say, uh, a topic that newcomers or most of the time the quantity surveyors itself they're asking me this question whether the quantity surveyor's job is limited to the office or they also need to go to the site as well. So this is a kind of confusion most of the time I have seen in students mind and also sometime in professionals, because sometimes their managers or their project manager ask them or request them to go to site. So whether they should really go to site or they don't need to go to site, that we are going to discuss in this particular video. Before moving to the video, let me introduce myself Asad Ali Khan. I am currently doing my master's in construction law, and I did my civil engineering back in 2014, and then I start practicing as a quantity surveyor in different areas in Gulf and Europe as well. So the thing is that I will just share something that is from my experience and also something from the perception that is made for the quantity surveyors and some of the unwritten rules that follows sometime different firms or the companies. So first of all, you need to understand the role of the quantity surveyors at different stage of the project. So first of all, if somebody asks me that answer me that whether quantity surveyor should go on site or he should not go on site, so the very simple answer is yes. Quantity surveyor has to go to site because of to get the information uh, according to support his particular role. So before moving into detail, I will just let you know that quantity surveyor is basically hired for two purposes. The first purpose is before the commencement of the project, that is called the pre-contract phase, and the second is called the post-contract phase. So pre-contract phase is basically, in a simple and short words, is a tender stage where different departments work together to find out the expected project cost, its design, and its feasibility as well. So if you're working at pre-standard contract stage, so it's mean that your most of the work will be in the office. However, with surveyor, like I'm talking about land surveyor, you need to visit the site. So at this point, I must say that visiting on site is very important and very helpful for the quantity surveyors, because it will give you a very clear picture in order to do your job. Without knowing, without looking the site, it's very difficult for you to understand and comprehend all the details. But I know this is not the question from the quantity surveyors or the students who are pursuing their career in quantity surveying. They want to know that they have a compulsion to go on site uh, at the pretender stage. So certainly not, because this is purely based on the documentation, and there are certain other departments who are working along with you. Like one of the department is media. They will just uh, go every day on the site. They will make the photographs and they share with all the departments so that they can understand. So if you feel something difficulty, you don't understand something, you can request the department that I need the photos of this particular area, so it is easy for you to know that this area is belong to this. So pre-contract stage is mostly quantity surveyor don't need to go on site, much, but it is occasional visits. uh, it is very helpful, and it is sometimes enjoyable as well, because you are staying all the time in the office or within the cabin. So it's a good time to go out and check what other people are doing. So this, I think, it's quite clear for you on the pre-contract stage. So the next step is the post-contract stage. That is most important, and most of the quantity surveyors basically engage with post-contract phase, that is after commencement of the project. So this is the time when project is basically from the documents it is implemented on the site. Now construction work is commenced, and now everyone on the project is work actively in order to complete the project within time, budget, and achieve the best quality. So this is the point again, that quantity surveyor, if somebody asks me that post contract stage quantity surveyor need to visit to the site, the short answer is yes. It is absolutely necessary for quantity surveyor to go on site, but it is not the compulsion. Okay, so in my personal experience, what I was doing in my first job, on weekly basis, our manager set a time and date so that we can go on site and clarify our concepts. Because when you go on site, you will see things very clearly. You will just you have drawing in one hand, you have actual work on other hand. So it give you a very good understanding of what is expected, what has built on the site. So it is very important for to go to on the site, but it is not compulsory. Again, your main duty will be in the office. Okay, so this is my first job. In my second job, I consider myself to go on site for this timing to check the progress of the work. So this is very important, that for every day, on the weekly basis or the monthly basis, you need to go on the site to check what exactly has done on the site. Because again, it is not a compulsion. Nobody can insist you on the on go to the site, because your main role is work in the office to prepare the documentation according to the requirement of your job profile. Like you need to make interim payment certificate payment applications for the certification purpose, and you also need to prepare the variations, claims, and this kind of other jobs and responsibilities that is coming under the role of the quantity surveyors. So what is the consequences if you don't go to site? As I mentioned, nobody can insist you, but it's advisory to go to the site, because you will aware what exactly going on the site. For example, you just rely on the data that is provided to you with the photograph or any other source. So it is not possible to cover everything in the photographs or the videography. So when you go on site, you have an exact idea, then you reflect the same information on your documents. So when it goes for the certification purpose, uh, the quantity surveyor will definitely certify according to your claim. Otherwise, he just simply deduct your work, and when there is any deduction, because it's the matter of money, so everybody will stand and they will start asking from the commercial team that why it happens. Because end of the day, the matter that a lot is the money, because everybody is working for the money. So they will start asking you the question. So the visiting on the site is basically a helping role for the quantity surveyors. And let me tell you from my experience that when you're sitting in the office, nobody wants you to go to the site, because there's a perception that people have nothing to do in the to go to site. So it's running counter So it's running differently what you are thinking when you are outside the field of quantity surveying. When you come inside, you really want to go to site to see things, to clarify your concepts, because it is very time consuming and it will basically improve, I must say, it will improve your productivity as well. So the conclusion is, nobody can insist you, nobody, it's not a compulsory thing that quantity surveyor should go on site, but on the same time it's very important for the quantity surveyor to understand what exactly happening on the site, so that he can prepare, or he can just build accurate reporting, whether it is related to cost, it is relating to the commercial or contractual things. So this is all what I want to say about this very important question that I believe many of you have in your mind. If you have still any question that I missed, if you feel I missed, so you just need to comment on the comment box. I will definitely come back to you and will try to answer your query and the question. Thank you so much, and please like, share, and subscribe, so that I can make other more interesting videos. Thank you so much.